Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to show you and tell you about a very quick, easy, inexpensive recipe that you can make and eat on all week 2 different ways. Well, 3, I guess. So none of these items cost over $1 to buy at Aldi's when I bought them. Now, a couple of the items are on sale, so I'm sure that they're maybe just over $1 when they're not on sale, with the exception of one item which you actually don't have to use. So I'm going to tell you how to make chili in the crock pot. It's really just a dump and go meal, and like I said, there's 2 different ways I eat it. I guess you could just have it by itself, but yeah, it's really inexpensive, really delicious, and while not overly healthy, is not super unhealthy for you either. So it's depending on how you make it, really it's not a bad meal for you either. So let me tell you what you're gonna need. So the over a dollar ingredient is ground beef. I personally actually got this on a sale that my parents had, so I got 10 pounds of ground beef and I never paid for them. My parents did because they bought a side of beef. So it's actually free for me. Sorry to those that have to buy it. But you're just gonna brown it in a pan really fast. That is probably the most labor intensive part of this entire recipe, is browning the meat. That's it. So next, what you're gonna need is a can of kidney beans, a can of black beans. You can also do the mild chili beans or any kind of other beans that you like in your chili. Both of these were under $1. I believe they were like 79 cents or something like that when I bought them. Sorry, I don't have the exact prices, but yeah, you can use one of each, 2 of one of them, depending on what you like. Just mix and match your beans. You're gonna need 2 cans of beans. You're going to need a can of diced tomatoes. These are basil, garlic, and oregano diced tomatoes. Again, was under $1. I believe this one was 89 cents. A can of tomato sauce, depending on how thick you want your chili, you may need to add more tomato sauce, more water, or if you want it thicker, you can add more beans or diced tomatoes. This is 100% up to you. This is how I make it. And then you're gonna need this chili's original seasoning. This makes it easy because it comes in a pack, and this pack is 59 cents. For all your seasonings, you're gonna need, you don't have to measure out, you don't have to think about it, you just put this in. Now, if you make more than this, I'm not following the exact instructions on the back, but if you use more beans, more diced tomatoes, you may have to add a second packet if you're doubling it, or maybe a half a packet, or add your own spices if you're adding more onto it. A hint for you guys, if you're using canned beans like I am, it's cheaper to use the dried ones, but I know that most people just use the canned ones, which is why I'm using them today. Rinse out the beans. The part of the beans that give you gas, a lot of it comes from the stuff that's on the outside of the beans. So rinse off your beans, whether they're dried or you're using the canned ones, and that will help you have a little bit less tummy problems when you're eating lots of beans. So like I said, that's pretty much it. Now, you're gonna put it all in the crock pot, let it sit, depending on how fast you cook it. I sit mine, let it cook for about 6 hours, just kind of eyeball it. I make it all on a Sunday, and I can eat on this for most of the week, if not all of the week. Now, how you can eat this. So I am going to be eating it several ways. You can just have a classic bowl of chili, and you can add shredded cheese on top. Shredded cheese is over $1, but like I said, it's optional, so I'm not going to include that in the price. These classic hot dogs, you can have a hot dog bun, or just bread, or just hot dogs cut up in the chili. These hot dogs were on sale. They are under $1. They're not the highest quality hot dogs, but that's not what I'm looking for. The chili is the important part of this recipe. And the last way that I like eating the chili is with these corn chips. They're really great. These were on sale for under $1. They were exactly under $1. They were 99 cents, so with tax they were just over $1. But they are absolutely delicious. You can put your chili on top and really enjoy it. So let's get into actually making the recipe. I'm going to show you what I've done. I've already browned the meat to the side and I've already opened up all the cans. It's time now to dump it all in, give it a stir, and go ahead and cook it. Okay guys, here we are. Please excuse my pajama pants here. I just really like wearing pajama pants when I'm around the house. So the first thing I'm gonna put in this crock pot is the ground beef. Like I said, I have browned the ground beef. I'm just gonna put all of it in. Scrape out all of the pieces here. It's browned, it's not fully cooked, although it does kind of look it from the outside. And then I'm going to put the black beans and the kidney beans, 1 can of each. Again, I did rinse these out. Just gonna give that a stir. I like stirring as I put in the ingredients because I just feel like it gives a better chance for everything to be thoroughly stirred. Next, I'm going to add a can of diced tomatoes. Just give that a stir again. So as you can see, this meal has a pretty good amount of stuff, and once you add the hot dogs or the corn chips, it's really gonna add a lot to it. Next, I'm gonna add the can of tomato sauce. Give this a nice stir. Now this is a thicker chili, as you can see here. Now we can loosen it up by doing some water. Now in this packet it says not to drain the beans, but again, it's actually better for you if you do. So to make up for that liquid, I'm going to fill this diced tomatoes cans with water and dump it in there. Okay, so I have my can of water. Now something to note is this will cook down, so if it's a little too liquidy for you, remember that this water will kind of disappear throughout the day. So I like it that it is a little bit more liquidy than I would like it, because again, it will cook down. If you are unsure how much liquid you like in them, then my suggestion is to do this on a day where you're gonna be at home, so you can add water if you need to. It's easier to add water than to take away. Next, I'm just gonna take this chili packet with all of its beautiful spices. Oh, it smells so good, you guys. And I am going to stir in all the ingredients. You really want to make sure that all of the spices are thoroughly stirred in. And you want to make sure that you scrape the bottom just in case anything has fallen and gotten stuck on the bottom. Now, I'm a single person. I'm the only one that's going to be eating this chili, so if you have a family, my suggestion is to double it if you want to make it last longer than one meal. But I will be eating on this probably for, I think depending on how I eat it, I probably can get 6-7 meals out of this. So I can eat it all week and in different ways so I don't get bored of it. Okay. So now that that is stirred, I'm going to keep this spatula to the side beside the crock pot and let it go. I'm going to stir it throughout the day to check on it. Again, this is not the first time I've made chili, but it's the first time I've made it with the seasoning packet, so I really just want to keep an eye on it. I have had it with the seasoning packet though, so I know that this is a good packet. I just personally haven't made it. Okay, so I'm going to cover this and put it on high for 6 hours. Everything will be cooked, delicious, warm through, and yeah, just delicious. I am gonna add an onion about 30 minutes before I serve it just to cook it. I say 30 minutes. I actually am probably gonna do it an hour before I serve it. and this will add a little bit more. The onion was also under $1, but a lot of people don't like, it's not as simple because you have to cut up the onion. So I wanted to give that as an option for your chili. So I'm gonna put an onion in here about an hour before so it's not overcooked. But yeah, so I'm gonna cover it, put it on high for 6 hours, and an hour before I'm gonna put onion in it before I serve it. So there you guys go. That is a really inexpensive crock-pot meal that is semi-healthy. Again, it's not the healthiest meal out there, but it's better than going and getting fast food, which is what I compare it to, because a lot of people are like, fast food's inexpensive, but it's also really unhealthy. And I want to show you that this is possible. Again, as a single person, I can probably get 6 or 7 meals out of this, depending on how I make it with the hot dogs and the corn chips. I'm really excited that I get to share these recipes with you guys. Some of them I make up, some of them I look up and kind of edit and tweak based on how I like them. So I will be sharing more videos with you guys of easy, inexpensive recipes, how to make them, and different ways you can eat them throughout the week so you don't get bored of them. It's really about finding the things that are on sale, finding the meals that you can freeze, that you can make in larger portions and in different ways, and then about not wasting the food. That way you can survive off of inexpensive food, and not just survive, but I mean, I am not an overly skinny person. I eat food. I love food, and I'm not afraid of it. And I want to make sure that I can eat what I want to eat on a budget. As you guys know, or if you don't know, if you're just seeing this video, then you might want to go check out some of my budgeting videos. I have a $50 a month grocery budget. What I bought here was part of my grocery shop for this month. I spent around $42, and it's really exciting because I know that what I have in my fridge and in my freezer and in my pantry can last me the entire month, and this is an entire week of that. So I'm definitely excited, and make sure to come back for more videos. Check out my budgeting videos and my weekly challenges. We are on a break for the weekly challenges right now just because the holidays are here and I don't want to challenge everyone. I want to give them suggestions, not challenges. So make sure to check those out, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!